Mike's Diabetes World. This is normally where I take this phone and I show you my current blood sugars, but I can't do that today because I've had problems with the phone getting my sensor. So I'm going to show you a picture here of what my blood sugars are. So just one moment. Okay, as you can see, my blood sugar is sitting at 6. Ooh, I was up around 10 or 11, 12 actually, and I started to come down 6. So I think this afternoon I'll equal myself out, hopefully. I've been having a little bit more trouble with higher blood sugars, but all in all, pretty good. Okay, next I'm going to show a picture here. Of my time and range, you can see I'm around 70s, give or take. It still is a good number, not a super great number, but still a good number. Today, I want to discuss with you normal blood sugars. We talked about high sugars, we talked about low sugars. Now we're going to talk about normal sugars. So sit back, relax, grab your cup of coffee, and we'll be right back. Okay, do you know what your normal blood sugar is? I don't know what mine is, so I doubt in reality you know what your normal blood sugar is because you don't have one. You can answer that question with a range, but you can't answer. My normal blood sugar is 7.9. That's where my blood sugar likes to be. You can't answer that question. So we have to constantly give it a range. And that range that everyone is striving for is actually 3.9 to 10. Or I think it's 70, on the American scale to 180. Now, there are some people out there who are going that real tight control and saying, well, no, that should be 3.9 to 8. But does it really enhance your control of life? Studies have shown no. One of the doctors from the website TCOYD debated amongst other diabetic professionals this exact point. If you're so worried that you're constantly having to make sure your blood sugar follows in a straight little pattern line, you're going to be messing up with your diabetes. But think about it. I already, just to keep mine under some semblance of the 3.9 to 10, spend well over 14 hours a week. But, it's still difficult. That's definitely out of 24, that's well over a quarter of your day worrying about blood sugars and how to control them. But you constantly have to worry about numbers and getting things to work out, and it's a complete mess. I actually found that quite a good range is from 3.9 to 10. That's where most humans are situated. Sorry, the pillow in the way here. Anything tighter control, unless you're pregnant and are critically pregnant, in meaning you're trying to save your baby's life, may want tight control, or you're fighting a heart condition, you may want tight control. But normal diabetics just saunter along fine between 3.9 and 10. That's where they go. And I don't want anyone to take away from doing family things or going out baseball games. Oh, I've got to stay home, make sure my blood sugar doesn't go out of that tight range. It's absolutely crazy. But on the other hand, you're not going to have a normal blood sugar. If you sit here and say, ooh, I'm going to get my blood sugar down to 5, and I'm going to keep it at 5 all the time. If it goes up, I'm going to give myself a correction insulin dose. If it goes down, I'm going to give insulin dose. You're just going to be chasing your tail the whole time. So no, it's not worth doing. You get the message yet? So, diabetes is such a hard thing to control on a day-to-day basis. But just saying, oh well, we want it to be a tighter control. To me, we're just going to speak here. It sort of came up by people who don't have diabetes and saying, oh well, these are the numbers they should. Tighter control means less complications. I don't think that's true. I think there are people who will constantly trying to hit those unachievable goals and be totally upset, totally depressed when they can't, and it's useless. Having to go out and exercise twice as much, take twice as much insulin. With the pump, you have 3 different ranges. I believe it's 5.8, 6, and 6.7, which I'm actually on, and I still get lower numbers. So, here, we say I'm down at 5.2, which just as soon as we're done this video, I'm going to have a snack to eat and then feel better. But I'm not trying to achieve that. I'll get that number, but I'm not sitting here going, okay, gotta get that 5. I'm just point 2 away of achieving that 5. I can do it. You're putting stress on yourself, which actually probably would increase your blood sugar. So I still like the 3.9 or 70 to 140 or 10, depending on which scale you want to work with. In Canada, we work 3.9 to 10. In the States, they may want to work, what do they do? They work, what, what do they do? Their scale is 70 to 140. And people are happy. People are able to get out and live life. But don't get so bogged down, meaning, oh, you're going to get this number. If you don't, you're totally out of control. And I don't want to speak to you because you can't get that number down. Of course, I'm going to speak to you. That's just showing how idiotic it could become. So, we're going to call it a day here. It's a shorter video today, but just keep that in mind. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email address is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. All one line. Drop me